this process of a changed heart, a change of heart. You know, in my walk with the Lord, I've had these encounters with God where He's completely changed me from the inside out. And I'm sure we've all had that. Where we've had a change of heart, where we've had a shift in the spirit, where something shifted. Yes, the seasons are shifting, but so does God that shifts inside of us to desire Him, to thirst for Him, to hunger for Him. It's a deep level of encounter with the King. It's a deep level of hearing who God is, how God speaks, how He wants to move inside of us. There becomes a shift in our life. And that shift continues to take place as we continue to seek His face. Oh, that rhymed. That was a bar. Matthew 22, verse 37. But I want to give you guys, or we'll start from verse 34, Matthew chapter 22. 5 things on this step-by-step process of a changed heart. Okay? And I don't know if I'm going to make this into a few weeks of teaching on these Sundays, but I'm going to give you guys pretty much the blueprint of this changed heart moment. We want to get deeper with God because our gifts, the encounter that we have with God, it starts to actually allow other people to be transformed around us. You know, in the book of Proverbs, it says that your gifts make room for you and bring you before great men. Meaning, when you operate out of the gifts that God has given you, it makes room for you. It allows rooms to shift, but it makes rooms for you. This is why we have to know who we truly are. With a culture where social media is coming at us and influencing us in all different levels, it starts to allow the person that follows Jesus to not know who they are. Because comparison comes, jealousies come, right? How come I'm not like them? Oh, how come our pastor isn't like this pastor? Right? It's just all these things that start to come. We have to know who we are, because once we know who we are, we can start to discern and know who others are. And we can speak life into them. And we can allow them to operate in the gifts. We can support them in who they truly are. Not forcefully because of my desire. There's a difference. Well, I desire, bro, to get in fellowship with you and do this with you. We have to discern the season these people are in, but we have to know who we are. It's a heart check. 5 things, if you guys want to write this down, 5 steps on a changed heart. Number 1 is adoration. Adoration is the reverence, the respect, the honor. I adore Him. I want to have adoration for God. This is the love for God. Okay? Number 1 is adoration. Number 2 is revelation. Revelation. Revelation comes with wisdom, with understanding, right? It comes with knowledge. So adoration, revelation. Number 3 is association. Number 4, implementation. And then number 5 is participation. We're going to break all these down today. Okay? Adoration, revelation, association, implementation, participation. Because adoration, you can have all the love of God. I believe we all love God. Okay? But it doesn't stop there. In order for me to really do God's will, I need a revelation from God. I need a revelation in the Spirit. That's where wisdom comes. That's where knowledge comes. That's where understanding comes. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7. It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of understanding. But fools despise wisdom and instruction. So you can have all the love of God. You can love God, but the enemy can still influence you. Because you need a revelation from above, not a worldly revelation from the friend, from the family, from the flesh, right? I need wisdom from above. So you can love God with all your heart, all your might, all your strength, all your soul. You can love Him, but I need the next step. I need knowledge. I need wisdom. I need discernment. And good discernment only comes from really loving God. So it is a foundation. And then we're going to talk about the association. I need to be associated with people of God. I don't need to be associated with just Christians. I need to be associated with people that fear the Lord because they gain understanding. Fools despise wisdom and instruction, Proverbs 1:7. But they have that wisdom. They long to continue to seek. And then we're going to talk about implementation, that, it says in Proverbs that a lazy man, doesn't plow during that season. And when the harvest comes, where's the harvest? We need to implement what we learn. And then the last thing, participation. Obedience. Obedience is greater than what? Sacrifice. We hear this a lot. Obedience is greater than what? Sacrifice. I can love God and sacrifice myself, but if I'm not obedient to God, remember King Saul, we just read in our past Bible study, he was out of God's will, and the enemy destroyed him. Right? Obedience. Participation. I want to participate in partnership with the Holy Spirit. He is the great partner. He's the greatest partner you can have in everything you do. I'm going to participate in that. The Lord showed me these 5 things because I'm always seeking and asking God, Lord, am I doing your will? What's the season? You know my heart, because I believe we all love God in this house. I believe we love him. But I believe we need to get past just that, because it starts from love, but I want to fulfill it through my process.